I think we have a caller. We're gonna get to our caller
Yes, let's get to
in
our
a
caller.
second.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, bam! Hello, Jetta. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Yay, we got you. See, I was paying attention now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was paying attention too. I was trying to do it, and then you kept on pointing at me and pointing at different stuff, and I don't know what you're trying to get me to do. I'm over here just struggling.
I got your back, baby. I got your back.
No, it seems like you were on my back instead of getting it.
Oh, I feel like you need to be in the hot seat instead of the love seat right now.
No, man. That's what I was saying. I'll never be in a hot seat because I'm colder than a polar bear toenail. You know what I'm saying? I'm always cool.
All right, player. Well, you ain't no player no more, but I like that, though. That was cool.
But
that was some game. Look at the total. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
And so caller, I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but apparently SingTrece talked to you because she said your name was Jetta. She was like, "Hey, Jetta, how you doing?"
I'm good. How are you?
I caught her voice. I was like, "Ooh." Okay, go ahead.
All right. So look, you are our first caller on the Loveseat, the first person to call into the show. We want to we want to thank you for calling, and you get a prize.
Yes. Well,
okay.
And yes, the prize is you get to know that you were the first caller ever on a Loveseat. If this show is more than an episode and we get some funding, we'll mail you a digital certificate that you can keep. Yeah, you can keep it on your phone just like your digital insurance card.
And so you're always a part of the
Loveseat. Yes.
SingTrece and Kenneth McLaurin.
Most definitely. Yes. This is the Loveseat that has enough room for everybody.
Yes.
But so, what's up, Jetta? Thank you for calling in. Why'd you call? What do you want to talk about on the Loveseat with us?
I have a question.
Oh, I got an answer.
So why do men get annoyed when women try to ask them a lot of questions in the beginning stages of getting to know them?
Ooh.
Oh, all right.
I like that one.
It depends on what type of questions that the woman asks. I think like when Trece and I first started dating, it was like she used to ask me a lot of questions like, "Are you gonna pay for this? Are you gonna pay for that? Are you gonna pay for this?" And I didn't get as annoyed as much as my pocketbook did. My wallet was like, "Yo, this is too much pressure on us, son." Like, what? I don't know what type of questions.
Well, like probing questions, because when you're trying to get to know someone and you don't want to ask the basic questions, obviously, what's your sign? What's your favorite food? You don't want to ask that. Like, I ask more probing questions like, I will always ask a guy, how do you think your parents' relationships affect your relationships? And they always seem stumped and confused. And I feel like
my husband looked stumped and confused right there too.
Yes, I am stumped and confused as why you would think anybody would know the answer to that question without going to therapy.
Because if you're watching, that's your parents. You're watching them as you grow up. So you see their dating habits. You see that. You got a front row seat. So I'm sure it affected how you date later on. And even if you get married, I'm sure it affects you. But maybe a lot of people have never sat down and thought about it.
And you know what? That is true. A lot of people have not sat down and thought about it. Because even when we got in our relationship, you were just kind of like, blah, blah, blah. And I don't think you really paid attention to your past. I think you was just going through life of how you wanted to live it and not seeing people outside of that.
Well, I know that.
So asking you questions kind of narrowed it down to like, okay, this is what I want. This is, what I need to know. And you decided to answer them because you were open to answer them. That's what you told me.
Yeah, but all right. So when you were asking me the questions, we weren't dating. We were we were both dating somebody else, and you were just asking me
questions. Yeah.
Yeah. So
actually, hey, I guess you start out by being friends, and you can ask whatever you want to.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no expectation.
I know, right? And so like my favorite.
And I was not dating anybody. Quit saying I was.
You were. Yeah, you were dating several people.
No, What?
Oh, okay. So as in, you weren't in a relationship, but you were going out on dates. You were dating people, dating several people.
But the way you say it just drives me insane.
Why? Well, I mean, not
because the way you say, he was like, I was dating. No, you were in a relationship. I was dating.
Yeah. I was in a relationship,
Yes.
and you were dating several people. Which means that you were in a dating relationship. I was in a dating relationship with one person, and you were in a dating relationship with several people.
Oh, I can't wait to break this down as time goes on.
Well, do you know the favorite question? My favorite question that you asked me.
What was that?
It was if you're dating somebody.
Oh my.
Yeah. So Jetta, here's the question that my wife asked me before we were married. She asked me, she said, if you were dating somebody, how would you feel? Would you be okay? Would you feel okay if they asked you to get an AIDS test?
Yeah.
So y'all could have unprotected sex.
That's a good one.
I know. I think that's a really good question. I was like, yes. I think it says a lot about the person asking the question as well.
I want to be safe and monogamous, and I just want you.
And they're in the unprotected sex.
Yes.
That's what it says. I was like, oh wow.
Oh my.
But the questions that we get asked.
Oh, that is hilarious.
No, but so I honestly, on a serious note, Jed, I think for it's like a question that you ask when you ask somebody like, hey, how do you think that your parents' relationship has affected your dating? It's like you're asking people to get into therapy, real, like you know, because just when you asked me that, I don't think I'd ever thought about that. I was like, man, I was like, my parents were divorced, and I was twice.
Hello.
So apparently, they taught me how to be very good at divorce.
But now your mom is in a healthy. I don't even know what to say. Okay, all right. Yeah.
I don't know.
But now your mom is in a long-term relationship, and she's been with him since you were 18, 17?
Yes.
And they are very much in love today. They still smile and look at each other lovingly, and I love their relationship.
So what Teresa is saying that Jetta in the future what I would do, because we're not giving any advice, and what I would do is I would ask, how are your step-parents' relationships? How's your step-parents' relationship?
You know, that is funny though.
Maybe I'm coming too deep in the beginning, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I feel though? I honestly think you should ask them questions because you want people to be on the same page you are. And I'm telling you, because when I went when I was dating, I happened to go out on this date with this gentleman, and immediately we sit down, we're eating, we talking, and I'm like, yo, you old, I'm old. Like, what is you looking for? Are you getting married again? And he was like, oh, wow. He was like, and I was like, I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm not saying tomorrow. I just want to know if that's a possibility, because he had been married. I've never been married before at this time. So I was just like, what's going on? And so we talked about it, and he was like, I'm open to get married again, but I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But at least I know walking into it, it's a possibility of getting married. Or I wanted him to be sure if he was going to get married again, so that way I wasn't walking into another dead-end relationship that was just going to keep going on and on and on, and then eventually I'll feel resentful and so forth and so forth. So I feel like ask the questions that you feel that you need to ask for to fulfill what you need for yourself.
Wait, was that my response? That I'm open to marriage? Because like for a minute I thought you were talking about us, but when you was like, yeah, and the response was he was open to marriage, I was like, oh, she was talking about somebody else. Like,
oh yeah, I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, I was about to say, I know that. Oh, that's right.
But what I was telling her was that before you came along, I figured out what I wanted as I started being single, and I was like, you know what, I keep attracting the wrong people because I don't know what I want. And because I'm not asking the right questions of how I feel and what I'm looking for, I was running into the same thing. And then when I met you, like you said, we were friends and we were just holding a conversation. We never thought it was going to get to this point right here, because I was like, I feel sorry for your wife.
Yeah, she was. She asked me, she said, hey, are you ever going to get married? I was like, oh, heck no, never.
I mean, he went in.
Oh, yeah. I was like, why would I get married, man? What's wrong with my life? Like, I've done it twice. And I know I'm too good for it. Like, that's why I had to give it up.
They probably would beg to.
Actually, I don't know.
He stepped in. Yo, listen, I love you, baby.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm a bad. I'm a bad.
But I
dude.
think it is
I'm
that
a late
your
bloomer.
mindset. Yes, your mindset changed, and you knew, what you wanted. And I seen the click in you when you decided to pursue that question. But again, it was because I asked the right questions. You knew what I wanted. You know what my heart's desire. I was very open in the beginning, but again, we were friends, so I didn't care what you thought.
I know. You remember? You remember the other question? Was that I don't even know if it's a question or a comment when you were like, "Oh yes, I can eat all the chicken wings I want."
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. He took me to this what was it? Some type of
It was a year-end party for a local credit union.
Yeah, and so we were there, and so all this food was there, and the chicken was so good. And I remember going up there, and I got my plate and whatnot, and I come back, and I'm eating
all the chicken wings.
I'm eating them, tearing them chicken wings up, and I look at him, and I'm like, "Oh, I am so glad we is not on a date, yo, because I'm about to tear these chicken wings." And I remember eating. I went back, got some more chicken, sat down, and I was so comfortable, not knowing that I was sitting with my husband that I didn't know at the time. And I was just being myself. So that was kind of cool that I was able to. You saw the ugly, you saw the cute, you saw the.
I saw the chicken wing eating.
Yes, you did.
It was like, all right. So the way it works, the guy was like, all right, if you get with this chick, right, this is what it's going to be like when you're in a place with a lot of chicken wings. Like, if you're okay, if you're okay with the sticky fingers,
yes,
and the barbecue sauce on the lips.
Wait a minute. And I remember asking you to go back and get me some more. You looked at me and you was like, no.
Yes.
And I was like, but we friends. And you was like, exactly.
Yes.
I was like, I don't want to look fat getting up there going to get some more chicken.
Oh my God.
And I was like, and I don't want to look like your boyfriend going up there and getting you some more chicken. We just friends.
Oh, that was so funny.
I was like, you need to call that dude who had that AIDS test.
I can't deal with you. Now that was funny. Which it was you, honey. It was you. So I was calling you later on.
Yes.
So yeah, that was a good question. We truly appreciate that.
Oh, most definitely. And Jetta, like as a guy, I like real easy questions on the first date. Like real easy questions on the first date. Like, can we split the check? That's one of my favorite questions. I wish I was a counselor and I could give advice.
I'm glad you're not.
I know, but try like actually what you should do on your next date, the next time you're out, be like, hey, like, oh, no. It would be good if you could try that just to see like the response, because I know like if I was out, if like so Trece and I dated for like a year before we proposed, but if on the first date and we were out and she was like, hey daddy, why don't we split the check? I think I might have only waited a month. I'd have proposed after a month. I'd be like, she a singing split checking the woman? Oh my goodness.
What put the nail in the coffin was the gift. We'll tell y'all that on another show.
Oh, that's right. You realize you it's hard to find split checking women these days.
I think I paid a couple times. I think
a couple. All right. Well, yo, Jetta, we want to thank you for calling the Love, for hanging out with us on the Loveseat and calling in on Community Radio. Where are you calling from?
from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, you must be checking us out online on the interwebs. We are streaming. So check us out, man. Jetta, like, tell everybody that you had fun on the Loveseat and
with SingTrece and Kenneth McLaurin.
That's it, and we're gonna be here every day night. So we'll check you out the next. So make sure you check us out, and we'll see you later.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. Thanks for having me. This was good.
We'll be calling you again, or you'll be calling us again, I hope.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.